This is Sylvia Saber with OpTv Global Headlines. Starting with the top international stories for the day. A key Democratic senator opposes a sweeping election reform bill urgently sought by US President Joe Biden as a remedy to what the president calls an unprecedented assault on democracy and African Americans' right to vote. This election package aims to neutralize some 14 laws adopted by Republican-controlled states since January. Former US President Donald Trump returned to the spotlight for his first speech in months, framing next year's midterm elections as a battle for the survival of America. Verbal attacks against his favorite targets, including Joe Biden's border policy, China, radical left Democrats, and critical race theory, all triggered wild cheers. Polls have closed in Mexico's midterm elections after one of the country's bloodiest campaigns in recent history. Early results suggest President Andres Manuel López Obrador's governing Morena party and its allies will win a reduced majority in Congress. 3 people have been killed and at least 5 others injured following a shooting at a Florida graduation party, the latest in string of such violence in the Miami area of United States. Israeli forces have released a Palestinian social media activist, Munna al-Kurd, who was detained in a raid on her home in Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood in occupied East Jerusalem. Palestinian Red Crescent said that 10 Palestinians wounded when Israeli security forces intervened during protests in support of Palestinian activists in the occupied East Jerusalem. At least 11 civilians, including children, were killed when their vehicle set off a roadside bomb in northern Afghanistan. No group, including the Taliban, claimed responsibility for the attack. 2 drones were destroyed above an Iraqi base housing US troops. 1 month after the same base was targeted by an armed drone, according to the Iraqi army. Several hours earlier, a rocket was shot down above Baghdad airport without causing casualties or damage, said spokesman for the US-led military coalition in Iraq. Pope Francis has expressed sorrow over the discovery in Canada of the remains of 215 Indigenous students of church-run boarding schools, but didn't offer the apology sought by the Canadian Prime Minister. Francis at St. Peter's Square called on political and church authorities to work to shed light on what he called this sad affair and to foster healing. Up next, we have the national updates. Pakistan Navy ship Saif visited Port Djibouti during deployment on Regional Maritime Security Patrol. Commanding officer of PNS Saif called on President for Djibouti Parliament Muhammad Ali Humed and naval officials. During the interactions, matters of mutual interest were discussed and further enhancement of bilateral ties in all spheres were reaffirmed. At least 30 passengers have been killed and dozens more injured after a collision between 2 express trains in southern Pakistan. Officials said that the Millet Express derailed. The Sir Syed Express train hit it soon afterwards in Gotki district of Sindh province. The Prime Minister Imran Khan expressed his grief and sorrow over the horrific train accident at Gotki. He also ordered a comprehensive investigation into railway safety fault lines. The opposition Pakistan People's Party has asked the government to take the parliament into confidence over the regional security situation likely to emerge after the withdrawal of US forces from Afghanistan. PPP Information Secretary and former Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly Faisal Kareem Kundi challenged Prime Minister Imran Khan to have a debate with PPP Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari in the parliament on matters related to foreign affairs, economy, and other issues. With 36 years in politics, Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has no more attraction in becoming a member of parliament or a minister. While addressing a gathering of PTI workers in Multan, he said, "Now we'll do politics only for a bigger cause without any personal gains." Muttahida Qawmi Movement Pakistan has announced to hold a protest demonstration against Sindh government's biased policies towards the urban population in province on the 15th of June. According to a spokesperson, MQM Pakistan will also issue a white paper on the biased policies of the provincial government. At least 16 universities from Pakistan have made it to the top 500 in this year's Times Higher Education Asia University ranking. Lahore University of Management Sciences, Quaid-e-Azam University, NUST, University of Punjab, ComSat University Islamabad, University of Punjab, University of Peshawar, University of Agriculture Faisalabad, Islamia University of Bahawalpur, University of Sargodha are ranked among them. Sindh Home Department notified that businesses will remain open in the province till 8 in the evening. The businesses will remain closed in Karachi on Friday and Sunday, and corona vaccination will be mandatory for all those working at shops and markets, the Home Department announced. Up next, we have the health updates. Pakistan continues to record decline in COVID-19 cases as positivity ratio dropped to its lowest 3.02% during the third wave of the pandemic. According to the National Command and Operations Center data, 58 more people lost their lives and 1490 new infections surfaced. Millions of other Americans are also taking immunosuppressive drugs that might weaken the effect of the COVID-19 vaccine. Data collected by University of Michigan estimates that about 6 million Americans are taking immunosuppressants that could interfere with vaccine, which left these people stuck in a pickle, not knowing if the vaccines would work for them. Up next, we have the sports updates. The 6th edition of the Pakistan Super League is set to resume from June 9, but 5 players are still waiting for their UAE visas. Omar Amin, Imran Randhawa and Asif Afridi, who is in Lahore, are the players who have yet to get visas. The others include Hamad Azam and Khalid Usman, who are in England. England fast bowler Ollie Robinson has been suspended from international cricket on Sunday pending an investigation into discriminatory tweets he posted from 2012 to 2013. Robin will not be available for the second test against New Zealand starting from Thursday. Pakistani mountaineers Sirbaz Khan and Shehroz Kashif, who recently scaled the world's highest Mount Peak Everest, has been honored by SPS Trekking Club of Professional Mountaineers in Sawat. Kashif became the youngest Pakistani mountaineer who scaled Everest at the age of 19. Up next, we have the entertainment updates. Veteran Bollywood actor Dilip Kumar, who was admitted to a hospital in Mumbai on Sunday morning over complaints of breathing issues, has reportedly been diagnosed with bilateral pleural effusion. The doctors said Dilip has been put on oxygen support and is stable. He will be discharged from the hospital in 2 to 3 days. Fried film The Conjuring: The Devil Made Me Do It has earned an estimate of $24 million this weekend to top the box office as more and more theaters reopen after a bleak year. The film again has Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as paranormal investigators grappling with demonic nastiness. Pakistani heartthrob Fawad Khan is reportedly buckling up to enter the Marvel Cinematic Universe by joining the cast of Disney's upcoming series Miss Marvel. The Humsafar star might be joining 2 other Pakistani stars, Samina Ahmed and Nimra Bacha, for the superhero series. Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. The world's fastest land animal will make a comeback in India more than half a century after it became extinct in the country. India has now the resources and the habitat to reintroduce the cat. If all goes well, 8 cheetahs, including 5 males and 3 females, will make the 8,405-kilometer journey from South Africa to their new home in a sprawling national park in India in November. The U.S. Navy has christened a new warship named USS Canberra. It is the only American naval vessel named after a city outside the U.S. Designed to operate close to the shore, the LCS vessel are capable of countering submarines, mines, and small enemy craft. That's all from this bulletin. For more updates, do stay with us and keep watching OpTv Global.